If she controls your emotions, you're not free. That's not an insult. It's a fact most men avoid looking at. If her messages decide your mood, if her silence ruins your day, if her approval gives you energy and her distance drains it, then your emotions are not yours anymore. They belong to someone else. And a man who does not own his emotions does not own his life. Most men won't admit this. They'll call it love. They'll call it connection. They'll call it being real with their feelings. But beneath all of that, there is dependence. Quiet, invisible, powerful. You wake up and check your phone. Nothing from her. Your chest tightens. You replay conversations in your head. You wonder what you did wrong. You adjust your behavior, your words, your tone. Not because it's right, but because you want peace again. This is the modern trap, and it's everywhere. Rejection, distance, mixed signals, the slow fade, the sudden coldness. Most men know this pain. You try to stay calm, but inside, there's noise. Anger, fear, longing, a need to fix it, to act, to react. So you send another message. You explain yourself. You defend. You chase clarity. And each move feels necessary in the moment. But afterward, something feels smaller. You gave away ground. You gave away calm. You gave away respect. Not hers, yours. The real struggle isn't her behavior. It's not what she does or doesn't do. The real struggle is internal. Emotion pulls one way. Discipline pulls the other. Impulse says, speak now. Control says, wait. Emotion wants relief. Control wants strength. Most men lose here, not because they're weak, but because they were never taught to sit with discomfort. They were taught to express, to explain, to vent, but expression is not mastery. A man who must express every feeling is a man ruled by those feelings. Here's the quiet truth. She doesn't control your emotions. Your attachment does. Your expectations do. Your need for outcome does. You handed her the keys the moment. Your peace depended on her response. This isn't about blame. It's about awareness. The moment you realize, this is the moment your power starts to return. The shift is not dramatic. It's not loud. It doesn't come with confident speeches or bold moves. It comes with restraint. You feel the emotion, but you don't act on it. You notice the urge, but you don't obey it. You stop asking, what should I do to get her back? And you start asking, what kind of man do I choose to be right now? That question changes everything. A disciplined man understands this. Emotions are information, not commands. Jealousy tells you where attachment lives. Fear shows you where you lack control. Anger reveals wounded pride. You observe them. You don't suppress them, but you don't hand them the wheel. Calm is not absence of feeling. Calm is command over it. There's a moment every man faces. She pulls away. She chooses differently. Or she leaves. In that moment, you either chase control outward or reclaim it inward. One path leads to begging, explaining, resentment. The other leads to silence, dignity, and self-respect. Silence is not weakness. It's containment. It says, I can carry this without collapsing. That is rare, and that is strength. Here's the clarity most men never reach. You don't need to win her back to win yourself back. You don't need her understanding to stand firm. The more you try to control how she feels, the less control you have over yourself. And the man who controls himself is the only man who is truly free. Freedom looks quiet. It looks like waking up steady, regardless of who texts you. It looks like choosing action based on values, not mood. It looks like accepting loss without losing direction. This doesn't make you cold. It makes you grounded. Detached does not mean disconnected. It means unshaken. The lesson is simple, but not easy. Your emotions are your responsibility, no one else's. When you place them in someone else's hands, You surrender authority over your life. But when you take them back, slowly, patiently, without drama, you become solid. And a solid man does not need to chase. He does not need to prove. He does not need to react. He stands. He observes. He moves with intention. That is freedom. And it starts the moment she no longer decides how you feel.